Hello, and welcome to our training tutorial on expense allocation sets. General ledger and/or grants expense allocation sets can be created and saved to allow you to define default allocation sets that can easily be applied during the expense allocation process. These allocation sets can be useful if you will be using a particular account string or allocation on a regular basis and do not want to enter it manually each time. To start with your expense allocations, we're going to go to the expense home page. So we're going to go to our USA IE procurement card responsibility, find the procurement card home folder and open that up. And then we're going to click on home to go to the home page. Once the procurement card home page opens, to create or look at your allocation sets, we're going to go up to the upper right and find the gear settings. We're going to click on the gear and go to preferences. On the preferences page, we're going to go to the left side for my allocations. Go ahead and click that link, and that will take us to the allocations page. At the top, we have project allocations for any grants or PTA string allocations. And below, we have account allocations for any general ledger string allocations. You can create multiple for each. And while you're creating the allocations, you do not need to fill out every item. If you will be changing an item, such as the award number for every time you're using a project allocation, you can leave that blank in the creation process. To create an allocation, you can click the green plus on either the project allocations or the account allocations. I'm going to do one here for the general ledger account allocations, and that will give me a new line. And what I can do with this line is, first of all, give it a name. This will be a unique name that I will use for this allocation. For this one, I'm going to call it training, and I'm going to press tab to move to the next field, the funding source. Here, I'll add in my funding source number, and if you don't know the number, you can always use the magnifying glass to search for the name or the number you need. Next is our function number. In this case, I can leave the function number blank if it's going to change each time I use it, and I can skip over to the activity number. And I can put in my organization. But that would be an example of a general ledger account allocation set. Once it is created, you can then save it in the upper right-hand corner by clicking the Save button. There will be a confirmation message telling you your allocation preference has been saved. Something else you can do for either the project or the general ledger account allocation sets is you can split the expenses either equally or by percentage by using something called split criteria. So if I was going to take this training one, I can click the split criteria button. And at the top, it will ask the allocation method, either equal or percentage. If we choose percentage, it will then give me a percentage field where I can type in the percent that I want split. So I can add something else in here as a second string. Maybe in this one, I will add a function. Maybe skip the activity. And then I can add what type of percentage I want split. Up at the upper right corner, once you have created your split criteria, you can click the OK button. And that will take you back to the expense preferences allocations page. And of course, you always want to make sure you save any changes. So I'll go up to the top and click Save. And that is how we will create expense allocations. In our next part, we're going to show you how to use a created allocation set. By clicking Apply, that will take us back to the procurement card homepage. Here on the expense allocations portion of the procurement card verification report, there are two tabs, a project allocations tab and an account allocations tab. Project for your grants or PTA strings, and the account allocations tab for any general ledger strings. You can use both or either one. To use your saved allocation sets, you can checkmark the line that you want to use it on, and then up above, we can select the drop down where it says My Allocations, and you can choose the saved set from that list and then click the Apply button. That will then apply the saved allocation strings for that expense line. Thank you for watching our allocation set tutorial.